right, let's see. Well, so you can check everything now. Then you got your phone free. Last week you did. Last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm upgraded. Yeah, so that podcast that wants us on, right, is it's called the Crumb Podcast. Dog, it's the funniest. It's a funny ass podcast, bro.
What's it? Is that the one you sent me?
Yeah, it's 40-year-olds, right? But they got a nice setup. Like they have like a whole nice little studio. They're in Norristown. They're based in Norristown. They got a nice little studio. They got everything. They got like production and everything, sounds and everything. Like I'm like, damn, dude, we've been doing it longer than y'all, and y'all look a little more high tech. Hold up. But they want us on there for like a sports thing. It's comedy. They host the open mic every Tuesday night at this place in Pottstown. I forgot what it's called. Soul Joe's.
Yeah, I know where it is.
They host that. Like they do that. Then they do the podcast on Thursday. It's dope.
Big E gotta get on there.
We gotta
get that Big E comedy section coming up too.
I agree, and I'm gonna get my boy Chris on there too. But I think E's a little bit ahead of these guys.
Yeah. Well, hey, practice makes perfect. So the more you do,
Yeah. I mean, it's open mic, but I mean, we'll see.
All right. We're back. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stoop Life Podcast. Happy 2023 to everybody. I know there's a lot of you out there that you had a good celebration for your New Year's. Me, on the other hand, I was sick. I had the flu. I couldn't do nothing. But what about you, Paul? What'd you do for celebrations for the new year?
I watched the Ohio State game, so you can tell how my New Year went. So 11. Let's just say this is how I bring in the New Year. 11:57. CJ was bringing them downfield for the win.
Yeah.
11:58. They were setting up for the field goal, and I was cocky too. I said, "All right, cool." I said, I'm about to go. My old lady.
I fell asleep.
My old lady. She was in the bed. I was gonna wake her up, say, "Hey, Happy New Year." By the time I got to the bed, I heard, "Oh!" I said, "Nah." Boom! Yeah. Ball drops.
I woke up. I saw that he missed the field goal at exactly the same time as the ball dropped.
It was. It was exactly. I was like,
"You got crazy." That's pretty crazy. I mean, feel bad for that kicker though. You
got one job. Listen, I don't feel bad. One fucking job. Yeah, one fucking job.
That's got to be the hardest. A game winner in that type of situation.
32 yards, Bobby.
It don't matter, dude.
32 yards.
Ben Simmons couldn't make a layup from below the net.
In the pros, not in college.
It don't matter. I'm just saying, dude. It's like it's not as easy as people think it is. I get it. You got one job, but I don't know. But
I agree with you fully.
They should make it. I mean, he should make it. So I'm not saying I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here. It was terrible. He should have made it.
The person I feel bad for is CJ. Because he went out there and played his life away, bro. Like he was just like
a couple of weeks. Remember, I was like, man, this guy needs a lot to work on. He came out. I was like, looks like he worked on him.
He did. He did.
Talent. He could go number one in the draft. He's going to be top 5.
He's definitely top 5.
Like he's going to be a good quarterback though, because I feel like he looks like he works hard.
Oh, hard worker.
He got all the attributes, so he's going to be good. It just sucks he couldn't win for him. I mean, I was rooting for them to win, and I hate Ohio State. Just I want to see I want to see the underdogs this year get in, and I just want the underdogs to get in. I have nothing bad against Georgia or anything, but I want to see underdogs get in because TCU got in, which was a crazy game. Definitely the best 2 games of college football bowls ever.
Yes, I agree. And I did like the Tulane win too. I do like the Tulane win. That was a hell of a game. But I agree with you. The 2 playoff games were probably the best.
Yeah, they were a long
time. It was great. It wasn't a blowout. It was a fight.
We got the final coming up this weekend, so we're gonna have to talk about that. But we're not gonna do that tonight, guys. Tonight we're gonna start talking about the NFL, which we were gonna talk about it last week, but I got sick, so we figured we'd start it this week. So today we're gonna start off NFL talk. We're gonna talk to you guys about everything in the NFL. But we got to talk about the first and most important thing going on in the NFL right now, and that's Damar Hamlin. I'm pretty sure everybody in the Stoop Life group saw what happened to the young man. Guy had took a hit to the chest during the Monday Night Football game, had cardiac arrest, and it's actually become known that it's something called commotio cordis, which is when you take a blow to the chest, and it could be lethal, causing your heartbeat to stop. So luckily, a lot of people have been praying for him. Seems like they've been answered because he's awake.
He's awake.
And he wanted to know who won the game.
He wrote on a piece of paper. He said, "Hey,
actually pretty cool because he asked who won, which was cool. But it's great to see that he's awake. He's doing good, trending positive. Because I honestly didn't think he was going to make it because they had to give the guy CPR for 9 minutes on the field.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that was consecutively or what, but 9 minutes they said on the field, had to give him oxygen. But thankfully they were there very quickly when it happened. That probably saved his life, to be honest. Probably saved his brain, probably saved his other internal organs, and he's awake. Because I have some stats here that I want to bring to you guys about this injury that will make you actually start working hard on yourself and make sure you go about every day like you really should want to, because you never know what can happen. You don't know. You don't know what can happen. Everybody's sitting here saying, oh, he's playing football. It's a dangerous game. It is. We see a lot of bad things happen in the NFL.
Yes, we do.
Nothing like this. We've never seen anything like this. Commotio cordis is an injury that is lethal disruption of the heartbeat caused by a blow to the chest. It mostly occurs within athletes 8 to 18 years old. 75% of those cases, which are about only 20 a year, not even, it's like 18, 19 a year. 75% of those are from young children younger than 18. Now, out of the whole thing, 26% of them are under 10 years old. So you're looking at the majority of these injuries that do occur happen to young kids because they don't have a big enough rib cage or chest cavities or muscles for a blow like where it usually happens in hockey, lacrosse, or baseball to block the heart. Now, the thing that's crazy about this, Paul, is it only can happen at a certain angle at a certain time of your heartbeat. So it's not like me and you can go out there right now and you can hit me 100 times. It's not going to happen. I'll give you that. It is not going to happen. This year total, there's been 36,000 tackles.
Holy shit.
And this happened one time.
Oh my God.
On average, there's about 42,000 tackles per year, not including the playoffs. So you got to add in playoffs, add in the Super Bowls. So over the last 30 years, that's 1.25 million tackles. And this is the first time that has ever happened in football. That's outrageous. So you take all time, you're looking at what? 4-5 million tackles? Jesus. Maybe more, maybe less, who knows?
Yeah.
And it never happened?
Never happened.
It's pretty close odds to winning the lottery for this to happen to you. Now, why it's so odd for it to happen is because in order for this to actually happen, your heart has to be in 1%, this certain 1% of its heartbeat in that full minute for it to happen. So you look at these athletes. Right now, me and you sitting here, we probably have 65, maybe 75, 80 heartbeats per minute. They probably got like 45, 55.
Yeah.
Maybe lower, maybe right around that. During the game, I don't know. You never know in the game. You got some athletes that have slow heartbeats during games because they thrive for that. You got other athletes that are super high because that's how they do as well. So 1% of that heartbeat per minute is when that can happen. That's it. Just 1% of that whole 60-second beat is when it can happen. And that makes it 1 to 5 seconds per minute when it can happen. And that's not a solid one Mississippi. That's a stripped out throughout. You have no idea when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And the fact that it happened to him, a football player, a guy who is built, a guy who's, where we have bigger rib cages than young children. If that started to happen, it makes it anything could possibly happen.
Yeah.
But the likelihood of this happening again aren't very high at all. So if you're out there, if you're scared to play football, you got kids playing football right now and you think this could happen,
Yeah.
It could. Obviously, we've seen it could happen. But like I just said, 1 in about 4-5 million chances it could happen. That's very high. And the survival rate, this is the crazy part. This is why I think it's awesome. The survival rate is about 15%.
And he's good.
And he's looking like he's doing good.
He's doing
not
fine.
out of the clear yet. Let's not stop praying for him.
No.
But he's beating the odds.
Yeah,
so hopefully he keeps going.
Ahead. He's ahead of the game. He's winning right now, we'll say.
Now I got a question for you about that. Were you watching the game when it happened?
Believe it or not, I walked away from the TV and somebody texted me and said he's dead. I don't know if it was you.
It was definitely me.
Once somebody ran, and I was like, someone. It was I don't know who it was. They were just like somebody just died on the field. I was like, I just fucking walked away, and I seen him when he got up. They showed the replay with him getting up and falling. I honestly thought, okay, it's definitely a heart condition. It's not has anything to do with his head because he didn't hit his head. I was like, it's definitely a heart condition. Yep. Something went wrong. What? We don't know. But the fact that it's 1 in 5 million, it tells you something.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I didn't know any of the numbers before. I was very curious.
1 in 5 million.
Because, like, you don't see anything like this happen. The only other case that I actually have I tried to find that had this same injury in actual sport, none of them were football. They were all lacrosse. Most of them were lacrosse. There was one other one I saw. It was actually Jerry Lawler, WWE, back in the 90s. He got hit in the chest, and he same thing happened. And they kept fighting. He was dead on the ring, but they revived him and they kept going, which is crazy. I feel like for me, I saw it happen. It kind of reminded me of the Tua injury, that concussion. Yeah. But the same thing that you said, I was a little weary of it being a concussion because I'm like, he didn't hit his head.
And he hopped up.
Maybe a different angle. I didn't see the whole angle. Because remember, when Tua got that first concussion, he got up and then he fell.
Yeah.
And when he fell on TV, they kind of cut it quick.
Yeah. They didn't do that here.
I think that guy just died.
Yeah.
Thinking like, he'll be all right. Because you don't see it. I think he died. And then like they just kept cutting the commercials. And I forget what announcer it was, reporter on TV. I think it was Wilbon. And he's like, yeah, normally like there's an injury in football and like they're prolonging there. It's a rain delay. I switched the channel.
Yeah.
I couldn't leave to watch the channel. I had to sit here and watch it, see what happened.
I sat
there.
Know
what was going on. I was like, what is football? You know, and when they were waiting to prolong the game,
yeah,
I was like immediately, as soon as they saw Josh Allen and Diggs and all them guys, because we've seen players pray and teams come together and pray and they play.
Yeah.
But you never seen a face like they showed on the sidelines, them guys crying and everything. I really thought he was dead on the field before they even got him off. It's crazy. And then the NFL, y'all got 5 minutes. That was some like crazy shit. What?
Troy Vincent denied it.
I mean, listen, Joe Burrow was warming up. The line was on the field. They cut that shit off real quick. Yeah. ESPN said that they said it. All the announcers said they got it. Yet the NFL says they don't. So I'm gonna lean towards what I saw.
Yeah.
And I think it's more proof that the NFL doesn't give a fuck about the players or the people that make them the money. Hell, Damar himself woke up and asked who it was. He thought they played. Tells you enough, you know. But I think it was the right move by the coaches and players to postpone the game. But what do you think is going to happen going forward? Because this was a big game. It really was.
First and foremost, I think now they're going to play. I think Damar's awake. They're going to want to go out there and play. They're going to play very emotional too next week. As for this game, I don't know how you do it. Cincinnati's what up 7? They were up 7-3. So I don't know how you. I don't know how you want to bring it up for the seeding at that point. Give it a half a game, I guess, but I don't know. That's not really a huge thing in my head right now. But I think, I do think we're gonna get football this Sunday, just because they know Damar's awake. and now they want to play. I'm sure he wants his guys to play. He does not want them to take off.
Well, I think the fact that he's actually up and awake, guys want to play now. If he wasn't awake Sunday, I was questioning they might cancel the games coming in like tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, worried too.
They're going to play now. But as for the Bengals-Bills game, as of right now, what I'm hearing is that they're canceling the game. They're not going. They're calling it a no contest. I don't believe it's been confirmed by the league yet.
Is it a tie? Will we count that as a tie?
No. So they're apparently, according to Adam Schefter, they're working on possible replacement things that they could do for the playoffs. Because obviously you got two division leaders. Mm-hmm. Bills would have been in first place if they had won the game. Bengals would have been in second. Yeah. So it's not like they're getting dog here too. But so they're working on a few things. One of them we said was they could base the number one seed off of win percentage. So it'd be Chiefs as of now. Another one was the AFC title game could be a neutral site, which that might work because, I mean, I get it. It's a business.
Yeah.
But, it's like our fantasy football league. If Kansas City's in first place, the two teams below them are one game below them, and they both beat them. It's kind of like, come on, dude. Like, play the sportsmanship card here. They're not going to. I wouldn't either if I were them, not going to lie. But I'm just saying, so I feel like maybe a neutral site for the AFC Championship game would be good. But where do you do that? That's a whole headache. Where the hell do you play that? I don't know who would be in it. Another one, which is what I think the most likely scenario is what they're going to do, which would be absolutely crazy. The number one seed, based off of whatever it would be, which so if Chiefs win, they'd be number one. They'll get to choose whether they want to bye or home field advantage.
I think that's a good idea.
The other. According to Adam Schefter, that's what he believes they're going to do. So that's probably the likely scenario. Number one seed chooses bye or home field.
Home field. And
number two seed gets the other. Now, what if Buffalo wins and Kansas City loses and Buffalo gets the one seed anyway? There should be no need for it. Like, it is what it is.
There's no need for it, yeah.
But he also said they're not throwing away the opportunity that they think they can add an 8 seed to the AFC conference, which I don't believe they will, but they've been floating it around. So instead of 7, 8. So there'll be no bye.
Do they? Okay, so there'll be no bye. Do you do the same thing in the NFC?
I think you have to, right? But
yeah,
I don't see that getting. Remember, whatever they do has to get voted on by the majority of the teams.
Yeah.
So out of these scenarios, I'm going to assume number 3, the one team choosing one or the other, is probably going to be the one that seems the most fair. Because if you're the Chiefs, you can go any stadium and win.
I agree.
But you want that bye week.
Give me the bye week. Yep. I agree. I would take that bye if I was them.
Yeah, they were talking about it on ESPN, and every one of them said the bye. And they're like, you wouldn't take home field? They're like, you got Patrick Mahomes or Burrow or Allen. You can win anywhere.
You can win anywhere,
that bye week, you know. And even though Buffalo and Cincinnati didn't play a football game, don't underestimate the toll that took on their bodies and their mindset of what they saw happen. That was just as big, if not bigger, than playing a football game. Believe me, like that was tough. So even though they didn't play, they still took a toll. So they didn't get a bye last week. It was not a bye at all. But I mean, we'll see what they have. I'm pretty sure that we'll know probably by tomorrow night, Friday night, because the games start on Saturday. So you're going to have something in play before those games start.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we'll know tomorrow. So we'll give an update on that in our group about what it is.
Absolutely.
But it's crazy. You know, I mean, never happened before. So got to figure out what's kind of the most fair to everybody, which obviously it's not going to – someone's getting screwed one way or another.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, how crazy would that be if you got the number 1 Kansas City Chiefs on the road in the AFC Championship game at Buffalo? That'd be crazy, dude. I mean, that'd be nuts.
I mean, same thing. They have to go to Cincinnati. AFC Championship game. Like, that's crazy. I would love it. I would love to see it though.
I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be awesome.
I think it'd be dope.
I don't have a problem with that at all. So we'll see what happens. But we got a big week of games coming up here.
Yes,
like
we do, man.
Week of games. Like I'm looking at these slate of games, and there's probably 10 games that are maybe 11 or 12 that are very crucial. But we got like 9 games, 10 games that like matter for the current playoff situation. So I want to hear yours. We're gonna go from the top to the bottom. We're gonna go from the most important game of the week to we're gonna do top. We'll go till we feel like we want to stop.
All right,
what is the most important game?
All right, so I'm gonna sound biased when I say it, but it's because it really is the most important game. It's the reason why I got flexed to the 820. It's the Packers versus Lions. Who would have thought that Week 18 game was so valuable? They flexed to the 820 for a reason. So I mean, anything can happen.
Been telling you, dude.
Yo, man, and listen,
I didn't expect the Lions to have a chance to get in. Yeah. I thought it was going to be very important for the league, for Aaron Rodgers, a 2-time MVP, to get in. So I guess I wasn't right because I didn't know.
Yeah,
the Lions can still get in.
The Lions are something serious, though, man. It's a game that's going to be fun to watch, and it's a division game for the last seed, man. All the marbles. I love this Packers team. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I love this Packers team more now because I see how gritty they are. They actually want to win. Jair is talking that shit. When the defense is hot, Aaron, if you notice how Aaron's playing, he's playing so easy now. Like, oh, I don't got to pass for 200 yards here. Take this ball. Oh, we didn't convert. Go give me the ball back, defense. Like that. That's his mindset, and that's dangerous.
I mean, they're finally playing the right defense and putting Jair on guys, which, like, I mean, I don't think he was that healthy early when he came back, though. Now he is.
Tweak back. He still had that back injury from last season.
You can't guard an elite wide receiver when you can't move your damn back.
And not to mention the run game is like there, but the Lions, that's like fly around football. That offense is so fast, and they put up points. Yeah. Like Jared Goff he might get comeback player of the year or something. He needs to have
last 15 games, 15 touchdowns, no interceptions.
No interceptions. The boy is balling, and people forget he was once an MVP candidate. He was once in the Super Bowl. He had the team in the playoffs a lot. Yeah. Pro Bowler, all pro. He's not a bad quarterback, and guess what? He's 26 years old.
Yeah, I don't
have still young. Why count him out? And he's in an offense full of fucking killers.
Yeah. The crazy thing is
that's tight end. Think about this.
That's what I was about to say. Like the crazy thing is he graded him, got better.
He lost the guy I raved about. Like TJ Hawkinson was the tight end. I was like, yo, TJ Hawkinson. Da, da, da. He lost him and got better. Think about that. And this is gonna be a dangerous game. Yeah. Detroit doesn't play defense though. They're good. They're not great against the run. Okay against the pass. So of course I'm gonna go for my Packers. Let's go to the next game.
I want to make a point here first. This game becomes significantly less important for Detroit if Seattle previously wins. Even though you guys got to remember it's a division game, they ain't gonna take it less. Like they're gonna take it just as serious.
Yeah,
they got Dan Campbell out there, so it's gonna be a good game.
Oh, Dan Campbell's gonna be coach of the year.
Who wins?
I gotta roll my Packers, and because I just love the way they're playing defense. I'm not even trying to be biased. I'm looking at it now, like. They're running. What do you do in the playoffs to be successful? You run the ball and you play great defense. What is Green Bay doing right now?
Yeah, getting ready for San Fran. Getting ready. Telling you this.
One step at a time. One step at a time. But you know what though? As much as I say that, I can honestly see the Lions putting up like a 30-point game on us.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shootout. To be honest with you,
a firefight. I can see it.
I think it's gonna be a 45-point winner. To end the year,
which
is great. Everyone's gonna be watching it.
It's great.
I love it. Aaron Rodgers, but who the hell would? If it like you got to be a dummy if you don't want to see the 2-time MVP Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. Like I don't like him at all. I'm at back-to-back MVPs currently. Like like That guy's got to be in the playoffs. You know, he's got to be in. Like
it's kind of like if Peyton doesn't go in or if Brady doesn't make it.
I don't want to hear anybody say this as well, that Rodgers choked if they lose in the playoffs because this motherfucker was dead. They were left for dead. Yeah. The fact that he brought him here, let him here.
He put him in a lot of.
Listen, if they get here and lose, I don't want to hear shit.
House money.
If they get here, if they get there and they win, and they do play San Fran and win, which is the best defense in football.
Yeah.
He jumps a lot further up in that winner's mentality for me because of that. That's a big, even though it's only one playoff win, if they do win, it's a big win.
See, people forget when Aaron had to sneak into the playoffs before, he made a run. Not saying this team is built like that.
Winners sneak in.
Exactly.
A lot of times. I believe in our lifetime, there's probably been half of them, maybe, to be honest with you.
I mean, with that 05, was it the 06 Steelers? They snuck in. Yeah. They snuck in and won the Super Bowl.
Philadelphia Eagles' best team when they lost to the Bucks. Bucks snuck in. They won.
Snuck right in, yeah. You're right about that. I'm pretty sure Joe Jervis is just still running.
So who we got for number 2?
Number 2, we have the Titans and Jags. And I'm going to tell you why. I like Dougie P. The fact that he got these boys playing so much not like the Jags and Trevor Lawrence is really coming into his own. Trevor Lawrence is starting to show like I'm an elite quarterback, bro. There's a reason why I'm a 2-time national champion. There's a reason why I was a first overall pick. Let me show y'all. And he's balling. Zay Jones, the receiving core is great. Defense has been sneaky good lately. And all we got to give our hats off, Dougie P. Now they're going against Mike Vrabel and them boys. You know, them boys are ready to play.
Yeah.
You know, regardless, as sucky as they sound, them boys are ready to play. You still got a monster running that ball.
My question is for Tennessee. I didn't check it yet, but who's the quarterback?
It's not Malik Willis. It's the other kid. It's Ryan Josh Dobbs. And Dobbs is good. He played well his last game.
I actually want to give him credit because he came in and played it. They lost the game. Dallas beat them.
3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 2 times.
He only was there in the building for 8 days. He played pretty well. He's got some skill.
Call me crazy, but is Josh Dobbs the kid from Navy I'm thinking of?
Nah, I forget where he's from.
Or is it the kid from Ole Miss? I gotta look this up because I've been thinking about it lately because if it's the kid from Navy back in the day. He's from where? Oregon? I don't think he's from Oregon, but the kid was good in college. I remember him. I keep on thinking Navy though. That might be Ryan Dobbs. Tennessee. Look at that. Yeah. And I think he's gonna have a better game. Well, he's gonna give them a tougher game. It was his first.
Better, easier to play when you got Derrick Henry behind you, which you didn't have last week. So,
isn't it?
And we know they rested him to get the ball in this game. So I think I brought him up because I think he's going to be a big difference maker in this game because, like I said, Trevor Lawrence and them boys never been into this situation before.
No.
Tennessee was number 1 seed last year.
He has though. Dougie P has though.
I get it, but you know, Travis Etienne has had a couple times this year where he just didn't show up.
Yeah. And so he has 1,000 yards, but you're right though. There's a couple times where he fumbled. He fumbled, I think, twice against Indianapolis.
A couple times where he was so bad that they didn't put him in.
They didn't put him in. They put
Trevor Lawrence has been there.
But
I mean, it's a Saturday night game. Everybody's gonna be watching it.
Oh, I'll be tuned in. I love it.
I think it's the Jaguars too.
Me too, man.
Not even just because Doug P. Like, I still don't know how I don't know. Like, I still could not stand his play calling in Philly. Listen, he won a Super Bowl for us. I love him, but like I don't know. You know, but he's proved me wrong here. He's winning with this squad.
He's doing well, man. He's doing well.
Crazy thing is this, they could still get in if they lose.
I know.
I don't know if that'll happen, but they need Buffalo to beat. They need the Bills to beat the Pats. They need Cleveland to beat Pittsburgh, and they need the Jets to beat Miami. If they lose,
well, I think the Jets do beat Miami. I do. I think the Pats do beat Buffalo. And you said who else?
Cleveland over Pittsburgh.
Nah, I don't think Cleveland wins that game. As much as Cleveland's been a decent team. They've been good.
You never know. Got one there. So who wins the game?
Oh, I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling with the Jags.
Yeah, Titans are shit. Listen, I don't want to see them in. I don't have anything against them or anything.
I like Vrabel.
Jaguars are entertaining as hell. They're like the West Coast Lions, like
I know.
the AFC Lions. I want to see them in. I want to see the Titans scoring 12 points a game. Look what Tannehill comes back. What, he throws 3 picks to start the game like he did last year in the playoffs?
Or he goes 5 for 6 for 90 yards the whole game.
Yeah, like I don't
a typical Alex Smith stat line.
I want to see the new blood take over. I want to see this guy play because think about it. If the Jaguars win, they end up playing probably the Chargers. You get Lawrence versus Herbert.
Oh, I got the Jags all day. I got the Jags all day.
A lot better than the Derrick Henry running the ball versus the Chargers. I'd rather see 2 guys that are just going to
sling it.
Moms.
I agree. And look, I've been on record saying like growing up, Fred Taylor was one of my favorite football players growing up.
Yeah.
Super underrated, and I love the Jags jersey. So when the Jags kind of do something, I kind of go, okay, let's go. Because they've always been like that wet team, like, eh.
Yeah, I got a couple of
Jacksonville
doing spear fingers right now.
Yeah,
a lot of some of them were Jaguar fans.
Yeah.
The only time you ever heard from was that Blake Bortles here. Other than that, you never heard from him again. The year they almost won the AFC.
Yeah. When Jalen was talking shit.
I'm like, you're a Jaguars fan? Like what? Like who you from? I was like, I'm from Philly, bitch. Like I know damn Bucks fan.
you know better than me. They ain't really shit in Jacksonville. So you know better than me. But
the only good thing about Jacksonville is when you come down the terrain going into Florida, you got to go one way or the other. You see the stadium and the water's behind it, which is pretty cool. It's cool.
It looks pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, but they got the most blackouts in like all the NFL. Like they always get blacked out because they couldn't sell their tickets and shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's true though. They're shitty. They are a shitty fan base.
Yeah.
Duval.
They're bad. They're bad. You're gonna get robbed there.
Oh man. Shout out to Freddie Tito. The fourth one we got on our list, we got New York Giants versus Philly. Now, I in my opinion, I'm gonna say
skip 3. You skipped 3.
Skip 3. Oh, my bad. No disrespect. This is the game that I actually named too. We got the Pats and Bills, man. This is a big game. I honestly think the Pats are gonna win this game. I think the way the genius Bill Belichick is like thinking, he's gonna find some way to cheat. He's gonna find some way in the books to be like, well, the ball was moved over an inch, so now your player is offside, so it gives first down. There's the field goal, we win. He's gonna find out a way to win this game. I don't know how emotional the Bills are gonna be. That's what scares me a little bit.
Yeah, it's a question.
You know what I mean? Like it makes me like, are they gonna be too emotional, go out there and try to do too hard, play too hard, or are they gonna be a little flat? I think Bill is gonna be ready to play. He's gonna have them ready. Granted, quarterbacks
ain't bad, but still, like you said, it's Bill Belichick. He got that team ready. Bills are question, you don't know. They might put a 60 spot. I mean,
I would be shocked, though.
I mean, under normal circumstances, I don't see how the Bills will lose this game. Under NFL pretenses, Vegas pretenses, who do they want to?
Exactly. Well, the Bills are in regardless. So I think I don't think we're. That's true.
So, I mean, with the Bills losing here, it would cover a lot of problems that they had with missing that game too. So,
yeah,
I mean, as long as I've been alive, the NFL always seems to screw the Bills over somehow. So, I mean, like they always do, like
last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, like something like that always happens to them. It's like, I don't know. Maybe after what happened to Hamlin, they'll turn an eye to him. Probably not. It's a business.
It's business.
So my only question is, like, if Pittsburgh wins and New England loses, Pittsburgh can get in. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough game.
I wouldn't hate it. Tomlin never. He's never had a losing record. And
yeah, well, I don't know. You got
Kenny Pickett. You got Kenny Pickett, and you got that beast that wide receiver.
When we talked about this a couple weeks ago, I said Cincinnati was going to beat Buffalo, and then Buffalo was going to beat New England.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. I don't know because Bills didn't play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of put us in there.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go Bills win. I feel like the Bills are gonna show up.
I want to cheer for the Bills because of what happened, but I want to say the Bills as well. But I just think the league's gonna want Belichick in the playoff time.
Listen, I'm personally hoping the Pats lose and Steelers lose. I want to see. I don't even care. Put Miami. I'd rather see Miami in there.
Me too. I'd rather if two was in there, I would probably say the same thing.
I'd rather see Miami or Jacksonville.
Me too.
I mean, I hate both those organizations, so hey.
Everything weird is in Florida, right?
yeah.
All right.
No, I hate Dolphins. I hate New England and Pittsburgh. I don't care about the Dolphins. They just changed their logo. Their logo, I don't get it. I mean, it looks like some gay
partying on South Beach, bro. I mean, it's hard to listen. There's players that literally say about Miami that it's hard to be focused in South Beach. There's always something to do. There's always women. There's always shit to go, like clubs everywhere. Like, I mean, Ricky Williams, look, he smoked himself out in Miami. That tells you a lot.
Well, you think you're gonna be able to win against the Jets in our number 4 power ranking games here? What do you think?
All right, number 4 is the Giants in Philly.
Oh, I think it's Jets. All right,
we'll get to that Jets game though, because I know you've been itching to get this Jets game. We're gonna get to that Jets game.
No, I remember you said New York.
That's true. I did say New York.
That's why I was starting talking about. My bad. New York Giants. Giants in Philly. Yeah, big game.
You know what? This is a big game just because if Philly loses, they can slide right down to the 4th seed or 5th seed. That's crazy. Think about that. Tampa. Think about that.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy.
3 straight losses, you move down to the 5th seed.
Huge. It's
MVP.
Different.
Your quarterback's the MVP. Even though he's probably not going to get it because he was out, he's the MVP. And it just shows.
I mean, my question is, Giants can't move their seeding.
No.
Do they rest everybody?
I don't think so. I don't think the Bull is an asshole. I like the Bull. I think Brian the Bull is a good coach, man. And I think
they bench him. Not everybody. I don't think Barkley's going to play at all.
No, I don't think Saquon's going to be.
Now, I think Daniel Jones might play a quarter. He ain't playing. They don't want to see him get hurt.
Are you just going to lay down? Oh, you know what, though? They're both in the playoffs.
Last week he ran a lot. He moved around a lot.
Yeah.
Eagles are going for the all-time sack record. You don't want Daniel Jones back there getting hit when we're trying to break the record and win the number 1 seed. You don't want to risk that because you played Minnesota, who you almost beat already.
Oh. So we'll see Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
We'll see Ty God in.
I'm not saying that backups can't win. They can. We've seen it.
Hold on. Ty God. He won me a fantasy championship a couple years ago.
I mean, I think the Eagles get the job done. I think they do it easily.
I think you guys do too. I think you guys go out there and I think the Birds go out there and put on a show. I think
I don't want to see no damn Cowboys winning the division.
Yo, wouldn't that be something?
I mean, they're a good football team, Dallas. I mean, they are.
I got no comment. I think they're good. All bullshit aside, I think they are a really good football team. But, I mean, when you got Michael Parsons rushing the passer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, I mean, who wins the game? Eagles get the number 1 seed?
I think the Birds get the number 1 seed this week. I think Jalen Hurts playing. I think. From what I've been listening on sports, our local sports talk between the two assholes.
They're saying he's limited in practice.
He's playing.
They don't want him to plan for him. Obviously,
he's playing. He's playing. That's what that
means.
Ain't
no way in hell. After seeing him on the sideline last week, he ain't playing.
He's pissed. He's pissed. I think he goes up. I think he goes off and has 200 yards rushing. He pulls the Kaepernick.
Philly fan. I hope the Eagles go up by like 35
and just sit
3rd, 4th quarter and just take him the fuck out.
That's perfect.
Just let Bart Scott run. Don't even put Sanders back in. Just let Bart Scott run the fucking ball.
Boston.
Boston. I hate Bart Scott.
Okay, because I mentioned Michael Parsons, and so Bart Scott popped.
Yeah. Parsons is ripping him. That actually is what happened. Boston Scott. Let him run the ball, him and Gainwell. But yeah, I agree with you. Next up, what's number 5?
Jets in Miami.
Yeah.
Jets in Miami. Third string quarterback, I think the Jets smack him. Mike White is Mr. Swagger. He's going to go out there and throw for 300 yards, 400 yards on them, on Miami. So I think Miami's kind of like, let's just survive the season. We get in, we can get in, but we know Tua is hurt.
Man,
so
what a major class by Miami.
Man, that was crazy, man. Tua.
That all could have been kind of solved by them just rolling Tua out that one game when they said it was his back.
Exactly. Now,
I mean, listen, if Tua plays football again this year,
yeah,
his parents better like talk to him like he's a little kid again. This is your life, bro. Like, I
take
get
out
it,
life insurance. It's a shame. Yeah, you might have to take out life insurance for this game. For a game of football, the game of football, we might be looking at players taking out life insurance. Think about that. So I think that's what Tua might have to do. He's a tough kid, tough son of a bitch. He's gonna go out there and compete regardless, but I think it's best if he doesn't come back.
Yeah. We'll see what happens to them. You think the Jets are gonna win though, right?
I do think the Jets are gonna win. They're eliminated from the playoffs. They have nothing to play for. So it'll be great. It'll be great to
They're not laying down.
Nah, it'll be great to just knock down and beat up on Miami, a division.
Even though they're not making the playoffs, I'll say they had a successful year.
I think so. Rob Saleh made some improvements from last year.
Yeah. No one expect them to come out of the gates that hot. So
they're not a high scoring game.
Honestly, in my opinion, like unless they get an actual quarterback, I don't see them getting any better. But
no, I think Brees.
I mean, he got hurt, got that ACL. You never know how he comes back. Dobbins comes back right now. He's looking pretty good.
It killed me.
That's probably the biggest injury because a lot of people traded for him later in the draft.
He was balling when he got hurt too.
Yeah, that was a loss.
That was my rookie year. Remember?
We'll see what happens with them next year. I think they'll probably be a little bit better next year.
They just need a legit number one. I like the kid they got from Ohio State, the wide receiver. He's good, but I don't know if he's a legit number one. The other two don't want to be there.
Garrett Wilson was pretty good this year.
Who?
Garrett Wilson was pretty good this year.
That's what I'm talking about. I think you need to get him another guy beside him, Garrett Wilson.
Well, I mean, I don't know to be able to put up numbers with the quarterback situations he's had.
Yeah, he almost had 1,000. I think he led him in receptions. He led all rookies in receptions.
And he wasn't good the first couple weeks.
Nah,
he hates fucking Zach Wilson. He hates
most of them. Most of the guys did. From what I'm hearing.
I mean,
kind of. He's a hype job, Just likes to smash a bunch of milfs on a weekday. That's why he got no legs. What did Mick say? Women take your legs.
Oh man, it's true though. Well, moving on. We got a couple games left. Who we got next?
All right, we're gonna roll to the number 6. We got the Rams in Seattle. Ugly game, terrible game, but Seattle could win and they get in, right?
Yeah. Well, if Seattle wins, they're in. Seattle loses, Detroit can get in. And that's it. But if Seattle wins, Green Bay gotta lose.
Yeah, Green Bay gotta lose.
So it's a little circle going around there.
We're both 8-8. All three of them are 8-8.
They all got a nice little circle jerk going on off each other. But
Lord have mercy. I mean, we're about to see Gino, don't write me off. I don't write back. Smith.
Listen, Geno Smith is going to go out there and ball because that motherfucker, to his contract incentives that he has, for him to get 9 wins, that winning season, I'm pretty sure he makes like $750,000, which he just made $750,000 for throwing 4,000 yards. And if he gets into the playoffs, he's getting like $1.5 million. So they're going to come up about $3 million this year just on playing good.
Factor in the
and he's going to get a contract.
Factor in the Pro Bowl. You got to factor in the Pro Bowl check they get too.
I mean, and there ain't no way like he's getting a nice contract.
Oh, absolutely.
I couldn't predict what he's going to make. A hell of a year.
Is he comeback player of the year?
I mean, I don't know. There's a couple
I
other
mean, the
guys
guy
out
came
there.
out the gate. He came out the gate firing. He made them people kind of forget about Russ. Point blank period. He made them be like, okay, we just lost our
Hey,
quarterback, so we're dealing with Geno Smith.
I mean, I picked him up in fantasy football that week too. I played him most of the time.
He's a
I
beast.
remember I had Dak Prescott in the league, and he got hurt. I was like, I got to roll with freaking Geno Smith. He carried me all the way to the championship. I didn't take his ass out. I kept him in. I'm like, yeah, Geno, you scoring about 30 a game. Remember, I drafted Lockett, and I was like, oh, we'll be okay. Lockett will kill it this year.
One of the underrated receivers in this league, Lockett.
He is.
I do think Seattle's going to win that handsomely too. I don't think they get in because I think we're too hungry to like lose Packers. I'm really riding high on my Packers right now. I have to, because I've been such a down in the fucking dumps. Like, this has been a shitty year for me. So this comeback, I think they're gonna finish. But if they get in, man, if Geno Smith gets them in, man, you better sign him because he'll go right back to the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, I think they win, but don't get in as well.
Yeah.
We'll see. I know the Rams. The Rams had a terrible season. They had the most losses ever by a defending champion.
It kind of makes you look at it like they weren't even good with Matt Stafford. They weren't good. So obviously last year was kind of a.
Wouldn't even be good with Cup in there.
Huh?
Like their line. It just shows you like. I mean, honestly, like I don't know what happened. Like,
well, they did find it. They did get their running back right. Cam Akers is a problem. So coming off next year, because they ain't doing nothing. They're just here to spoil, and I don't think they're going to spoil. And you know how I feel about Jalen Ramsey. I don't think Jalen Ramsey is going to lock anybody down in this game. I think Tyler Lockett and DK might beat up on them in this game.
I agree.
But they have something to build off of. You got Aaron Donald that's going to come back probably for his last year. I don't think he comes back after next year. I think he's fulfilled every need, got everything. I think
he's regretting coming back right now.
I think he is too. Well, he got hurt. It's kind of like he got hurt. It's not his fault.
Usually what happens.
Still made Pro Bowl. But there's nothing in LA besides like they gotta go get a quarterback unless you want to stick with Baker. You gotta bring a line in to protect that quarterback now. You got a beast of receiver, but you seen when he left, Van Joseph's not gonna carry you. I mean Van Jefferson. Who was it? Van Joseph. It's the guy you guys picked up.
Yeah, Linval did.
Linval. There's nothing they had. Like Higbee's not a great tight end, so they gotta really rebuild. This is one of those like weird like Super Bowl champions.
I got a draft picks for like 5 years.
I know. That's because of Jalen Ramsey, right?
Ramsey, Stafford, Odell.
So we're probably not going to see Stafford back. Probably. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I think
he's coming back. I don't know how he's coming back. He broke his neck basically.
I can't see. I think he got a Super Bowl ring. He's just go.
I mean, his wife already said he wants him to retire.
Yeah. Oh shit. We might have another Tom Brady.
Yeah. I don't think he wins though. Well, I don't know. But fuck the Rams. Who cares about the Rams?
Cooper. You still got Cooper Kupp over there. So I mean, they have building pieces, but is it the coach that might have a problem? Like, will we be looking for another coach next season? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Move on to the next game though.
Yeah, that was just a tough game to talk about. I'm sorry.
Number 8 going on? 7 or 8?
Yeah, number 7. We got Cleveland and Pittsburgh. This should be a little higher in my opinion because I think Pittsburgh's going to pull it off. They've been rolling. Them young boys been rolling, and I got to keep it real. That quarterback proved me wrong. That quarterback, Kenny Pickett, has shut me up. I at first I saw the talent in Pittsburgh when he went as a Panther. He was talented. I didn't think the arm strength was fully there for the league, but he was hella athletic, and now it is. Then he has that beast Pickens he's throwing to, with a running back behind him who's an animal who can when he's out there.
Picking it up. Najee's picking it up.
Honestly, I think they win handsomely against Cleveland. As much as I love Myles Garrett, but I think they win. They kill them.
I agree with you there. Plus, gotta remember, Tomlin never had a losing season in his
Never had a
career.
losing season.
So I'm gonna go Pittsburgh win or tie. That's what I'm betting. My buddies the other day were betting Baltimore on Pittsburgh, and I just look at him. I'm like, dude, Tomlin don't have losing records.
Don't have losing records. It's not in his blood.
I'm like, dude, if he loses this, he does. He's not losing this game.
Nah, he ain't losing this game, man.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Big game. We got any other games that are important that you think?
I mean, we got the Chargers in Denver. I don't really think that's crazy important. I think it
is just based on a couple other games. I guess the Baltimore Cincinnati game.
Yeah.
I guess it's besides the 5 seed.
Yeah, it does. It would just. I thought Chargers are in though.
I think if they lose and Baltimore ties,
yeah,
they move down. A tie, obviously, but still could happen because they hold it over Baltimore.
Yeah, they do.
Same thing with Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how it works.
The seeding is already kind of like solid in the AFC at this point, right? Because Baltimore and
I mean,
LA's
the
in.
teams that are in are pretty solid. The seeding isn't. There's no like seeds yet.
That's what they're fighting for.
The 4 seed's the only one that's locked. Like all of them, they could all switch like crazy.
That's what they're fighting for them because they're all locked in the AFC right now, except for that last seed. That's exactly what they're fighting for them. I guess that would be an okay game. I mean, Denver got a lot of shit going on, and I think that's where that bitch-ass little brother Harbaugh goes. And he could definitely clean them guys up. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. As much as I can't stand him, I think he can go to Denver next year and he can really clean that team up.
Yeah,
but we'll see. But we got 2 more. But go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say the next one. You said Baltimore, Cincinnati.
That's 10. But we skipped one. We did a skip one. We got Kansas City, Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's Saturday game too.
Yeah,
very important game.
And first and foremost, I gotta apologize to Pat Mahomes. I disrespected him, and I'm wrong. There's not a lot of times I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm a man, but I'm wrong. Pat Mahomes is him. Pat Mahomes is him. And the fact, what made me respect it is he's doing it with Juju Smith, Kentavious Tony, a reject from New York. Juju's a reject from Pittsburgh, and Marcus Vasquez-Scantling, my old guy, I miss him still. The old speed guy for Green Bay. And of course you got Travis Kelce. But Pat is him, man. I can see him definitely winning the MVP this year. Pat is him. He's literally doing he proved me wrong. He shut me up. Hey, I'll admit it. He's the man.
Imagine if they lose. NFL's gonna be like, "Fuck! What do we do?"
Now, Vegas is out of contention now, right?
Yeah, they're out.
They're out because they lost
to the Niners. Guys, I mean, look at what they did last week. They almost beat San Fran.
They were close. I told people with Jerry Stidham's not a bad quarterback. He was good in Auburn, and he showed it. Yeah, I think I don't think KC loses this game. I think Andy Reid knows. I think Andy Reid knows the significance of winning and securing that spot. So I think he's going to go out there. I think he's going to have them boys put up a 40 piece on them easily because
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to blow them out.
Shout out to Devontae Adams, though.
Yeah. Hey, maybe he's coming home next year.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. He's cool. He's staying right where he is.
I don't know about that.
Sign that contract. You sign that motherfucking contract.
He don't like what they did with their car. They were trading.
You think he's looking at Green Bay? You think he's looking at Green Bay like, damn?
I don't think it's about. I think he really thought that Aaron Rodgers going to retire next year. And I think he thought Derek Carr was a lot better than he actually is.
Hall of Famer to another Hall of Famer.
He says that to pump up his guy, but that was his guy. You know how it is. Sometimes you see Black I'll be way better when I do. So I really thought he thought that they could win. I really do think he thought they could win. It wasn't just
right.
One. It's a lot of people were reporting that he wasn't going to play last week when they benched Carr, but I was like, he has incentives in his contract for certain catches and touchdowns. He's
2 tutties.
You know, like, well, you got to remember, like I said, he has incentives for catches, touchdowns, all that type of shit. Play. You can't turn down money in this league. You got to play.
No, I don't know. You can't turn down.
But in the offseason, I mean, they're probably going to have a fire sale. I could totally see Green Bay trading back for him, but not giving back the picks. Maybe giving back the picks that they got, but adding in something else. So, like, instead of trading for him, you would get back, like, maybe him and Darren Waller. I'm just saying.
Oh, that'd be nasty. That'd be great.
Darren Waller got my value on it with his injuries and shit.
But Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. Some injuries.
No, that's good. Because all you need is one season for him to stay healthy, which is possible.
Well, I'll take.
Especially in a changing environment. You already know what happens.
God,
McCaffrey.
Exactly.
No one drafted him. He would have won you the league. I mean, he stayed healthy because they traded him. So next year, we'll get hurt next year. So I'm saying, I don't know. I feel like we're going to see a lot of changes in Vegas, but I mean, we'll see. I still think they get their ass whooped this week.
Oh, I think they put up they give up 30 points. I think it's like 30 to like 20.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those like Andy's gonna grind them out, but he's gonna whoop their ass at the same time.
Yeah, I agree.
He's gonna have
the final game. We got
Baltimore and Cincy with my pick at MVP. Since Jalen Hurts went down, Joe Burrow, I think he's gonna go out there and sling it. I don't think Baltimore has much. Lamar's not playing, right?
No, he's out again.
So we got their other Pro Bowl quarterback playing.
He's having a hell of a year.
He finally threw Huntley finally threw a touchdown last week. So,
man.
So I mean,
listen,
you know what?
Talk about like I'm saying to somebody else. I said Baltimore's a good organization, right?
Great organization, great.
Look at San Francisco, though, right? And what I'm trying to say is this: look what happened to San Francisco since they lost both their quarterbacks and Deebo Samuel. They ain't lost a fucking beat. Nothing.
Baltimore's the same way.
Baltimore lost Lamar, and they're just fucking hanging on.
Yeah, they clinched that spot.
It's like, and you didn't want to pay the guy. Like, I get he's hurt, but like, you clearly, like you needed it. Like, I don't know. I mean, just saying, it's unbelievable.
I don't think we're gonna see Lamar be more. We're probably not gonna see Lamar down there.
I don't think so.
I do think we could possibly see Lamar in Las Vegas, though.
I'm saying Miami.
Home. He's going home.
I mean, I'm just saying he goes to Miami, imagine him with fucking Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Good luck. That team would be. That'd be a.
Who's stopping the runner? Who's stopping the quarterback after you got these two speeds? Oh my god!
I'm saying, think about it. I'm saying Miami, because I don't know. I don't think Miami's going to do anything with Tua. I don't know. I wouldn't give him a contract. How can you? How can you give him a contract?
Yeah, you're right about that. How can you?
How can you? You're going to franchise tag Lamar and sell him. He's going to get traded. So Miami. I mean, if Tua was healthy all year, that's what they would do. But one who gets those concussions like that, look at Sidney Crosby.
I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but I just got a notification about Peyton Hillis in critical condition after saving a child from drowning.
Damn. How the hell did that happen?
He went to go be a hero. Man, hats off to him. The kid's fine, but he's in critical. Damn, dude, this is a rough ass week, bro.
He was a beast.
He was a beast. My cousin still got his jersey.
Yeah, he was good. I like using him in Madden. I'll have to check that story. I'll look it up.
My boy just sent it to me. My boy sent me. He's like, "Yo, your man's
He's good.
dude."
Hopefully he pulls through.
I hope so too.
Whatever it is.
I hope so too. But let's get back to positivity here.
All right. Well, who do you think's gonna win that game? Baltimore, Cincinnati.
Cincy.
It doesn't matter, to be honest with you.
It doesn't matter, but I think Joe Burrow's gonna stay loose because he's probably gonna be playing in the first round of the playoffs. So I think
they're gonna be playing each other again. Like as of how it works out right now, there's like a 80% chance they play each other again.
It's hard to beat somebody 3 times. Well, they lost them the first time around. So
this is my question. They didn't clarify it yet. So even if Baltimore beats Cincinnati, they both have 11 wins, but Baltimore has one more loss because they played that extra game. However, it would make Cincinnati have a worse record in the division.
Really?
Baltimore does. Yeah. They'd be 3-4, I believe. They're all 3-3 right now. They'd be 2-4.
Oh wow! Then Baltimore got to get the division championship.
That's what I'm saying. Are they going to go?
They go up to the 4th seed.
Well, would it be by the winning percentage?
And you got to go division at that point.
Division. Football doesn't always do that. It's not like basketball or baseball.
I think for this instinct, like for
That's
this.
So I'm pretty sure
have to do the division.
Like that was another factor in between what they're going to do. Like not just the number 1 seed in the AFC, like this division. Like if Baltimore wins, in my opinion, they should be the number 1 based off of the division.
I think they should too. I mean, if they always thought if you had to win, I always thought if you had the better record in the division, you win your division. So if they win their division, if they have the better record in the division. Hey, yo, it's theirs. It's their league.
So I'm pretty sure the NFL is going to make that call and do it that way.
That'd be the smart move, honestly.
So what I'm saying is that if Baltimore wins, it would make Baltimore. They would host the game next week, and they would play Cincy. If Cincy wins, Cincy and Baltimore play again in Cincy. So
regardless, they're probably going to see each other again.
Playing each other, but where are they going to play? But I mean, it's crazier things. A lot of things can happen to switch it up. But that's why I don't think this game's as important because they're going to play each other next week, probably.
You think they're going to be nice, like just soft on each other, like kind of like, all right.
No, we saw Pittsburgh, Cleveland last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah,
they played each other.
The last game when
it was the same thing.
Yeah, Baker. Yeah,
Cleveland whooped their ass twice in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, so
didn't they beat them? Didn't they beat them in the playoffs?
Yeah, they beat them to get in, and then they whooped their ass the following week. That team was good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's an interesting game, but we'll see. So, other than that, who do you think is a dark horse team that can win from each conference?
All right.
Win the whole conference, the whole thing.
All right. Well, I always said at the beginning of the year it's gonna be somebody we least expect, and I think right now none of us expect. Oh damn! I don't even want to say that. In the NFC, let's go with trying to look real quick.
Tommy Brady.
You took the fucking words out of my mouth. You took the fucking words out of my mouth as I'm about to poke my head up and say, yo, man, don't sleep on Tom Brady, bro. He can easily run through that conference the way he's been playing. He seems to got his shit together. He seems that even though he has his best year, this is his best year passing wise, I think, yards and completions.
So yeah, he's not.
So he's rounding the corner. I think he's in playoff form now.
Well, the problem is he ain't beating Philly, baby. If we win, we're exacting revenge from last year.
Now, I would agree with you before these last 4 weeks. I don't like the way y'all defending the run. I absolutely can't.
All game. They can't run.
Uncle Lenny.
They can't run. They got horrible, and our offensive line, our D line, whoop their ass if we play. Yeah. But I think they're probably dark horse too. I agree.
In the AFC, don't sleep on the Chargers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Don't sleep on the Chargers.
You got the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
They got the number 4 seed. They're gonna play probably, whatever the 5 seed is gonna be. I mean, they'll play the 5. They'll be the 5 seed. I agree with that. I think people are overlooking Cincinnati as well. I feel like everybody thinks it's 2-horse race between KC and Cincy and Buffalo. I honestly think if hopefully the Chargers and Bengals don't have to play each other,
Yeah.
I could see them in the AFC Championship game. Both of them. I really could.
Could be. Could be.
Listen, Chargers, like you just said, they just got Bosa back. I mean,
They got the other Bosa brother who's a strong motherfucker. They got Joe. People forget about just Joey Bosa because he's hurt, but when he's healthy, he's one of the best in the league. He's right next to the Myles Garrett, and he's an animal. He can defend and run. He's great. He's of course a sack artist. Just got to be healthy. He's fast. He's strong. He's just like his brother. And they never stop. The Bosa boys, man, they never stop going, dude. They haven't. I always said that about them. They have this engine. So they getting him back, man. It's gonna be big. And Derwin James is back, I believe, right? He was out for a game for
I'm not sure if he's back. I know he got hurt. I can see them back. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I
can see it too, but I'm not gonna disrespect Patrick Mahomes. I'm not gonna disrespect Patrick Mahomes though. But that is the dark horse. That is so
right now. Who's in your AFC NFC championship games? Who again?
It's gonna be KC, Cincinnati. And it's going to be Philly. It could be Philly, Tampa Bay. We could be looking at
Tampa Bay in the finals. So you're gonna have the Giants beat Minnesota. All right, they would have to. Yeah.
Please don't bring them bum ass motherfuckers up right now, though.
I mean, I don't think Giants are that good either, but I mean. Hey.
Well, you're right about that. They aren't that good either. But I mean, I don't want to pick my team and say we're going to the NFC Championship because we very well can too. The Packers can very well just go on a run. But I think don't ever bet against Brady.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't ever.
I'll probably have to roll with. I'd have to go San Fran, Philly.
Ooh, you know what? I forgot about San Fran.
I'm sorry, but Green Bay could beat them. I think they're one of the only teams that have the way they're playing right now to actually beat them.
Well, there are weakness. There are weakness where they can stop the run. They're not great against the pass. Like if you can hold off,
they will have Debo back for the playoffs too.
Exactly. So. Ooh. Yeah, Jair will have a field day with that receiving core. And Russell.
Both of them have a field day. Like Purdy loves Kittle, dude. Like that motherfucker single-handedly whooped a lot of people's fantasy dreams away.
What's the young quarterback's favorite thing? A tight end. That's the security blanket.
Yeah, but like Kittle's one of the new ale. He's not really like he's something else with him. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta go San Fran, Philly. I'm not fixed there. And in the AFC, I gotta go Kansas City, Cincinnati as well.
I have no beef with that. I think everybody's pick is KC, Cincinnati, and AFC too.
Well, I mean, at the beginning of the year, everybody was picking Buffalo.
Yeah,
with not even after what happened. It's just they struggle a lot of times. Having to run the ball. I mean, Cook has come alive for them.
Yeah, he has.
Defense has also struggled a lot of times, and I feel like a lot of these teams that they're going to have to play can hang with them. To be honest with you, Chiefs can, Cincy can, Chargers can, Jaguars can. Yeah. So they got Josh Allen. I get it, but like he has made some boneheaded moves in those clutch games.
Listen, he's Mike Allstott. He's Michael Allstott with an arm. All right.
Listen, I love him though. I
love him too. I can't knock him, man. He's not a cocky player. He's just a reckless guy, man. He'll go out there. He'll try to run. He takes a lot of contact too, so that's why I call him Mike Allstott.
Yeah, I mean, I remember earlier in the year when I did my rankings, I had Burrow number 2 and Allen number 3. Everybody's like, "You're nuts." I'm just saying, like, I don't know why people sleep on Burrow like he's not in that category. Like, it's literally Mahomes. Mahomes is like he can have a 5-interception game, and he's still the best quarterback in the league just based off
just because he's going to put you.
Like some of the shit he does is unbelievable, but the thing that I think why Joe Burrow is number 2 in my opinion. Josh Allen can also do a lot of things that are crazy, but he's gonna balance them out with mistakes.
Yeah,
where Burrow does way less mistakes in the crucial time.
He's not gonna make dumb mistakes.
His quarterback rating is unbelievable, and when it comes to the playoffs, when you look at those quarterbacks, his fourth quarter quarterback rating is so much higher. His touchdown interception turnover ratio is so much higher. And I'm like, and listen, that offense that they got in Cincinnati, it's way more well-rounded than it is in Buffalo. They can hit you from every angle. And that defense has been playing way better.
That defense has definitely been playing way better. I will admit that. It's not that they've been playing better. Like, they just make their stops now.
Yeah.
They're not getting beat. Like, I mean, look at the receiving core they got. Joe Money and Joe Mixon. Offensive line solid. I'm not worried about that. I think they do end up in the AFC Championship. And trust me, it's hard to beat Mahomes 4 times. Okay? I'm not going to say who's going to win it, but because you got to beat Mahomes 4 times. You can't.
I mean,
that's tough.
Honestly, I think that's going to be the matchup. And I think dating back to an older episode from when Steve was on talking about how the NFL is kind of rigged, I think Kansas City wins that.
I agree.
Based off a lot of stuff we said in that episode. I feel like in the NFC, so I got Kansas City coming out of the AFC. AFC, man, NFC's tough because I think the Eagles have talent. They do. They've fallen off. Lane Johnson being hurt is a major factor. Like, a lot of people aren't talking about this enough because Lane Johnson didn't allow a sack for about 2.5 years. They allowed 4 sacks at his position last week when he was out. If he's not the best lineman in football, I don't know who is. I don't know what you need to know or see to tell you otherwise. So I think it's San Fran or Philly. I probably have to go San Fran. A rematch of Super Bowl San Fran KC. Even though I would love to see Philly KC, Andy Reid against the Eagles.
Andy Reid versus Philly.
So as of right now, I gotta take Kansas City, San Francisco. I'm gonna take Kansas City to win it all. That's my pick for this year so far. Now. How about you? What you got?
I can't make a full prediction. I'm like, hard. It's tough because anybody in NFC can make a run in. But I'm gonna go NFC. I'm gonna go AFC. I'm gonna go Cincinnati. I'm gonna go Cincinnati on this one, and I'm gonna go in the NFC. I don't know. I want to see. I'm superstitious, so I want to say the Packers, but I can see San Fran.
He's going Tampa. You think Tom's making it?
I do. Don't bet against Brady, please. Don't bet. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah, I agree.
I've learned my lesson in the past. Don't bet against the man. But
listen, all I'm gonna say is this, guys. We're in for a great finale of the NFL season. So keep your eyes open. See what happens in the games. All these games we mentioned are gonna be big games. They're all on TV. Don't miss that primetime games.
Don't.
Yeah, a lot. So I don't got nothing else to say about what's coming up. I'm excited to see what happens and talk about it more as we go forward. And unless you got something else to say, Paul, I'm good to go, brother. And
I'm good. I'm tapped out. It feels good to be on here talking again.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed what we had to say. Yeah. And we'll have you guys on next time. If anybody listening wants to hop on next episode, talk to us about some sports, reach out to us. We'd love to have you on as a guest. So come on. Thanks for listening.
And fill them damn Super Bowl squares. Wow, hey, get them when they're hot. We're almost there.
We'll get there. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Peace out.
Yeah.